Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.
Last time, frame first, then speak. Today, what Sun Tzu knew about positioning, and why the best position is one where you can't easily lose. I keep noticing something. The deals I win easily, I can never quite explain why they went so well. And the deals I lose, I can list exactly what went wrong. It's like the wins happen naturally and the losses feel like a fight.
That's not coincidence. That's positioning.
What do you mean?
The deals that flow, you were positioned well before the conversation started. The deals that felt like a fight, you were fighting for position during the conversation. By the end of this episode, you'll know the difference, and how to build a position that makes the decision feel obvious.
My instinct has always been, try to win. Show up strong, make the best case, outperform the competition.
That's what most people focus on. Winning.
Right, win the pitch, win the negotiation, win the deal, but it's exhausting. Every deal feels like a new fight. Even when I win, I'm spent.
Because you're optimizing for the wrong thing. You're trying to win. You should be trying to be hard to beat.
What's the difference?
Trying to win means performing better than the competition in the moment. Being hard to beat means building a position where the competition can't reach you. One is effort, the other is architecture. This is perhaps Sun Tzu's deepest principle. Xian Wei Bu Qi Sheng, Yi Dai Di Ji Qi Sheng. First make yourself invincible. Then wait for the enemy to become vulnerable.
First, make yourself impossible to beat.
In his chapter on tactical dispositions, Sun Tzu explains, Bu Qi Sheng Zai Ji, Qi Sheng Zai Di, invincibility lies in the defense. The possibility of victory lies in the attack. But defense comes first. You secure your position before you move. The great commanders didn't rush to attack. They made sure they couldn't lose, then waited for the opening.
So the priority isn't to win, it's to not lose.
It's to make losing nearly impossible. Victory follows naturally. The army that cannot be defeated doesn't need to chase victory. Victory comes to it.
In sales, what does an invincible position look like?
It means the prospect would feel uncomfortable choosing anyone else. Not because you pushed, because your position is so solid, the alternative feels risky.
How do you build that?
3 foundations. Each one makes you harder to replace. Together, they make you nearly impossible to lose. These aren't tricks or techniques. They're structural advantages that compound over time.
First foundation.
Depth of understanding. Know the prospect's situation better than they expect. When you reference specifics they haven't told you. When you anticipate concerns before they raise them, you become the person who gets it. That's not something a competitor can replicate in a single meeting. Second, alignment with their process. Don't fight their buying process. Map it, mirror it. When your proposal fits naturally into how they make decisions, friction disappears. You're not pushing against their system. You're flowing with it.
And third,
trusted presence before the ask. Be useful before you need anything. Share an insight. Make an introduction. Solve a small problem. When the decision moment comes, you're not a vendor asking for business. You're someone who's already demonstrated value. That position is nearly unassailable.
So 3 foundations: understanding, alignment, and trust. And each one is built before the proposal, before the pitch,
before the fight even begins. That's positioning, and it's why some deals flow while others feel like war.
So how do I actually build these in practice?
3 habits. Small, repeatable, and they compound. For understanding, do research they don't expect. Read their earnings call. Know their competitors' moves. Reference something specific in your first conversation. You'll stand apart instantly. Most people skip this. For alignment, ask early. Walk me through how a decision like this typically gets made here. Then shape your entire approach to fit their process. Don't make them adapt to you. Adapt to them.
And for trust,
Give before you ask. Share something useful before your first meeting. A relevant article, a brief analysis, an introduction, something that costs you time but demonstrates competence. When the stakes rise, you've already shown who you are.
So positioning is built in small moments, not grand gestures.
The strongest positions are built quietly. That's what makes them hard to compete against. The one line for today.
Let's hear it.
Be hard to lose.
Not try to win, be hard to lose.
Before your next important deal, ask yourself, if the prospect compared me to every alternative, would choosing someone else feel risky? If yes, your position is strong. If no, more groundwork before the proposal.
So the goal shifts from winning the pitch to building a position that makes losing unlikely.
Effort drops, outcomes improve. That's the paradox of positioning. Here's a test. After your next discovery conversation, ask yourself, did I learn something about their situation that their other vendors probably don't know? If yes, you're building depth. If no, go deeper before the next conversation.
You're testing whether your understanding is truly distinctive. What if I'm entering a deal late, and the competition is already positioned?
Don't try to outpitch them. Find the gap. What has the competition not addressed? What concern is sitting unresolved? That gap is your entry point. Fill it, and you change the comparison entirely.
3 tools. Be hard to lose. Test the depth of your understanding, and find the gap the competition left. All about building a position, not winning a fight.
Let's lock them in.
My takeaway: the strongest position is one where losing is nearly impossible. Sun Tzu's commanders secured their position first, then waited for the opening. In sales, that means understanding deeply, aligning with their process, and building trust before the ask.
Keep going.
Sun Tzu said, "First make yourself invincible." The priority isn't to win every fight. It's to build a position so solid that fighting becomes unnecessary. The best deals don't feel like wins. They feel like the obvious choice. 3 foundations: understanding, alignment, trust.
Drill zone. Come back here when you're building a new relationship with a high-value prospect. You have a deal you really want to win. Your instinct says push harder. Make the case stronger. What do you tell yourself instead?
Be hard to lose.
Again, like the commander who secures the position before moving.
Be hard to lose.
Good. Now the depth test.
Did I learn something their other vendors probably don't know?
And the positioning move.
Find the gap the competition left, and fill it.
The sequence. Important deal. First, be hard to lose. Second, test your depth of understanding. Third, find and fill the gap. Don't outperform, outposition. The rest follows.
Understand, align, trust.
This week's test. Pick one active deal. Before your next conversation, do one piece of research they don't expect. Reference it naturally. Watch how it changes the dynamic.
And if they seem surprised,
then you've just separated yourself from everyone else in the conversation. That surprise is the signal that your position just got stronger.
which foundation should I build first?
Whichever matches your week. A. Be hard to lose. B. Did I learn something their other vendors don't know? Or C. Find and fill the gap. Drop your pick in the comments. I read every one.
What's next?
Why changing people rarely works, and what Sun Tzu knew about changing conditions instead. A whole new block begins. Same calm tone, one usable line.
Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.